Hey guys, welcome back. It's Krystal. So today I have a review, demo, swatches, all the works for you on the NYX Lid Lingerie palette and the NYX Cosmic Metals palette. I recently hauled these. I got some requests to review these palettes for you, and I've had them for a while and I hadn't used them until this whole week. I've been playing with them a lot. I did film 2 mini tutorials, one on this look here and then one with more cool tone shades. And I did wear the look in my kind of, what is it, makeup brush instant brush cleaner tool thing. So I was wearing one of the looks in that video as well, but I will have both of the looks at the end of the video. They're going to be the mini tutorials just on the eyes, and I have one of them on today, one of the looks anyway, but I used both palettes in both of the looks just so you can get a feel for how they perform in action. So I purchased these from Ulta.com when they were having a sale. Ulta had a sale on NYX. It was buy one, get one free. They never do buy one, get one free. It's always buy one, get one 50% off. But pretty frequently, I would say maybe once a quarter or maybe twice a year, they have 40% off on NYX products. So these palettes retail for $9.99 each, which does seem like a lot of money. But if you divide that by 6 eyeshadows, it comes out to like $1.66 per shadow. So honestly, if you break it down per shadow, it's really affordable, to be quite honest. So sometimes you have to do that. In my mind, I was thinking $9.99 for this little palette. Like, that seems like a lot of money. But then I broke it down, did the math, and it's actually not that much, because if you're paying $1.66 for each eyeshadow, which these are pretty good sized eyeshadows, that's very affordable. So sometimes you have to remind yourself to break it down and do the math. Like, for instance, I have a single NYX eyeshadow here. This is 0.05 ounces for this, and I think this is $4.99 for this shadow. So each eyeshadow in the palette is 0.04 ounces. This is 0.05 ounces. This is $4.99, and these are pretty close in size if you compared, you know, the ounces. And these are only $1.66. So you can see where I'm going with this. If you buy 6 of these, you're gonna pay more than this entire palette. You know what I mean? So anyway, enough about the price. So first I'm gonna start with the Lid Lingerie palette. I really like the packaging on these. I like that it's see-through and you can see all the colors. I think it's cute. And pan sizes are nice and big. So these are all the shadows in here. You get some cool tones, some warm tones. I like that you get a cream color, and then you get these 2 deeper browns here. One's a little bit more cool toned, and then this one's a little bit more reddish brown. So I love the shades in here. I've done several looks with this, and I really like it. I love the purple. I love the 2 warmer shades here for my crease. The purple was beautiful in the crease as well. I did one look with the purple in the crease, and then these browns are nice as well. So I feel like the shadows are pretty pigmented. Some are a little bit softer than others. Like, for instance, the creamy one and these 2 like warmer shades I feel like are a little bit softer than the others, but they have great pigmentation. They blend out beautifully and they build nicely. So I've been really enjoying this palette. I like the shades and I like the way they perform on the eyes. These 2 and these 2 warm ones, they're really, really smooth. The purple one's smooth as well, just not as smooth as the others. And then this more warm brown right here, I feel like has the roughest texture of all of them. And I feel like that one applies best with a kind of more natural haired brush. It just picks up the product better. When I try to use it with a synthetic brush like this one here, it just wouldn't pick up the product on the brush and it wouldn't deposit it onto the eyes very well. But that was the only color that I had an issue with. This one over here was just fine. And I think they perform really nicely, and it's a beautiful palette. So I've been really enjoying it. I don't think it's a must-have. I feel like these colors are dupable. You know, you probably have some in your collection if you're an eyeshadow hoarder like me, but I love trying new things and I really like that palette. I will definitely continue to use it. I like the way the eye look came out today. And then as far as the Cosmic Metals eyeshadow palette, these are really beautiful shades as well, but I do see what people are saying. Like, a lot of people had said that you need to apply these wet or foiled onto the eyes to get the most intensity. And I have to agree with that. I just feel like they perform better, or you get the most color payoff, the most shimmer when you use them wet. But they do still look pretty on the eyes dry. They're just not as intense as I would like. I love shimmery metallic shadows and they're just not as intense as I would like dry. So for me, it's not a problem. I just, use a wet brush and apply them on my eyes, and you can see they're nice and shimmery. They're not the most metallic eyeshadows I've ever used, but they're pretty. I feel like this color right here is like the softest one and the most intense. I feel like that one goes on intense without having to wet it. And I feel like that shade is in another NYX palette that I have that I love. And I'm glad, because I was like telling myself, I want this shade by itself. It is absolutely stunning, and the texture of it's so smooth. So this is gorgeous. You get some cool tones. Again, you get some warm tones. You just get a great color variation for only having 6 eyeshadows. Again, I feel like they're dupeable. They're not super unique or anything like that. But in combination with the NYX Lid Lingerie palette, I feel like you can do really pretty combinations just because you have both cool and warm tones in both palettes. So I've been really enjoying it and coming up with some really pretty looks. So this taupe shade and this gold shade here, they are a little bit more flaky or chunky than the rest of the shadows in this palette. I feel like they have like a pigment type texture to them, but if you use them wet, they do apply way better. But dry, I feel like those are a little bit more flaky in texture. So you can see they're very pretty and they're very pigmented, but they do apply best wet. So my favorite is definitely that pink shade right there. It just applies beautifully wet or dry. It's just really smooth in texture, the smoothest in the entire palette. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the mini tutorials. And I'm gonna use this cream color right here. I'm just gonna take a fluffy Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush, and I'm just going to like actually dust this all over my lid, just because my lids did feel like pretty sticky. And I'm gonna take this color right here, and I'm gonna use the same brush. Just gonna pop this in my crease. So this shadow is usually a little bit more pigmented, but I feel like because I put that cream color first, and I put quite a bit of it to really set my primer, and I also had concealer under my eyes to clean up my eyebrows, I feel like it's a little bit lighter because of that, but normally it's a little bit more pigmented, but it's a really nice transition color. All right, so next I'm gonna take this purpley shade right here, and I'm gonna take a Morphe M513 brush. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so pretty, especially over that like peachy color. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So from the Cosmic Metals palette, I am going to take this purpley shade right here, and I'm going to take a Zoeva 234 Luxe Smoky Shader brush. So this shadow is definitely not as intense as I would like, which I found the case to be with some of these as well. It would have been better if I left my eyeshadow primer like sticky versus applying that shadow over it, because then the shadow would really stick to it. But because I didn't do that, I'm going to actually wet my brush a little bit after I apply this one here on this eye. And I am getting a little bit of fallout, but I did not tap off the excess, so I have fallout right here. So yeah, like I said, I want it to be more intense. So what I'm gonna do is just take my Kirkland facial towelette. I'm just gonna run my brush through that. I like to saturate my brush this way versus spraying it with something, but you do what works for you. This is just what I like to do. I've always done this several years now. Just my preferred method. I just think it's less messy than spraying like something on the brush. A lot of times it has little droplets and then they run down the brush, and it's just more messy that way to me. So I like to do it like this. So yeah, that definitely intensified the shadow, wetting the brush. I'll run back through with that Morphe brush with that purple shade that's left over on it and just kind of blend between the two shades. I'm just gonna take another NYX palette that I have hanging around here. This is the NYX Perfect Filter palette. I'm gonna take this black right here. This is the Gloomy Days palette. I just felt like I needed a black. Yeah, it's better. So I'm going to take the Cosmic Metals palette. I'm going to take this pinky shade here, the little Eco Tools smudge brush. I'm going to pop that right in the corner. And today I'm going to go ahead and take this shade again in the crease. I'm going to actually take this color right here. Just going to do the same thing, just kind of deepening up the crease with that shade. Those two colors were from the Lid Lingerie palette. I forgot to mention that, but I'm sure you guys know by now from watching the beginning of the video. So I'm going to take the Cosmic Metals palette. I kind of wanted to use this bronzy shade because I had not used that yet. Oof, it's really hard to decide. But yeah, I think I'm going to use that bronzy shade today. So I'm just going to take my facial towelette like I always do, taking the same brush, just wiping it on the towelette, and I'll go back in with that shade. I mean, it's really pretty. It's still very pretty, but you guys know I love metallic shadows. So we are going to intensify this. So I just wet it on the brush, dipped it back into the shadow, and as you can see, it is more intense. I'm gonna go back into the crease. I'm not taking any more shadow and I'm just blending that out. Just gonna take a fluffy brush. This one is by Royal Langnickel. It's the Omnia Balm 40 shader brush. It's really soft, really fluffy. I like this brush. Came in a BoxyCharm box. I'm gonna take this lighter pinky shade right here. I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to pop this right in the center of the lid. So next what I want to do is I want to take, I think I'm just going to go in with this brown right here. I'm just going to put this on the outer corner here. I'm going to take the cream color from the palette and I'm just going to use this as my brow bone shade. Then I'm going to take that pinky color there and I'm going to take this Sedona lace brush. It is the 904. It's like a pencil type brush and I'm just going to pop that in the inner tear duct. Right, and Like I did yesterday, I'm going to take this black shade again from this Perfect Filter palette from NYX, and just going to use a black eyeshadow to use as eyeliner on top. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.